show right now. Mm-hmm. This thing's done like 1,000,000 tries.
I know, man.
Guys, we're live.
What's up, guys? Happy Friday, and welcome to Tight Lifestyle with me and Big Dru.
That's right. It's Friday again. It's warming up again.
Oh, yeah.
This is Tight Lifestyle. We'll be here for the next hour or so. Put your thinking caps. We'll put our thinking caps on. You guys ask questions, and we'll highlight some stuff that Tight has that may or may not be interesting. Yeah, but I'm confident that
Absolutely. Got a lot of great information, guys. A lot of things are coming down the pipeline, as we say in our industry and our business, and for patients too as well. So we'll go over some of those different things. And me and Drew got some interesting things to talk about today on his side and on my side. So let's get into it. You know, as far as is everything coming out, man. So there are just so many different peptides in the market right now.
Yeah.
And people have questions about peptides and what peptides do and all these different things. There's confusion. There's a lot of people that don't know what peptides are, and especially girls. I've had a lot of girls ask me, can I take peptides? Yeah, of course you can take peptides. And there's all different types of peptides. And some people think that peptides, I had some of Peter's friends, right? They were spending the night, thinking like it's almost like steroids. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. So it's more of a natural thing. I discussed it with them and talked about what peptides do and how they help and all these different things. Obviously, I'm not telling these kids to take peptides, but peptides are a whole new level because before I think we've only had anabolics or things like that, or to a certain extent. And now we're coming out with healing peptides, sexual peptides, weight loss peptides, anti-aging peptides, longevity peptides, and a whole bunch of other ones. Helping skin, helping hair, helping nails, all these different things. So, I think there's a lot of opportunity for people out there that don't know about peptides to learn and even maybe talk about it here on live or even just following Tight Medical Center. And at that point, learning along the way, because every week I know Titan's bringing out a new, therapy, for people to know about. And there's another one that we're just launching next week that's going to be a game changer. But when you can combine different things like BPC 157, TV 500, GHKCU, and KPV in all one thing, there you go. Or I know that the Titan transformation blend per se would be like tesamorelin, ipamorelin, AOD, and what was the other one?
AOD injectable now too.
Oh, so AOD, MOTS-C, tesamorelin, and ipamorelin all in one.
Yeah. Wow. As what's good too about that is it's not just it's combining it all in one. It's saving your injections.
Yeah.
Some people like to do injections, which is I'm not gonna say it's good or bad. Because some people actually enjoy it, and some people no, because some people are like, I'm going to the gym. I take my it's kind of like the thing, even but it's good that you don't have to become a pincushion where you just rather if they have 4 things in one, that's one injection as opposed to 4.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, a lot of people don't like to do injections, right? So if you're minimizing how many injections you're taking a day, that's true to something, because at that point, I don't think anybody likes to really become a pincushion.
Yeah.
Unless they're like needles and they got a needle thing.
Yeah.
That's a whole different level. No, there definitely are people out there like that.
Yeah.
But even me, as the owner and doing this for 13 years, and just on this side of things, and I know you've had a lot of experience in these things. Minimizing and getting all the benefits out of those things, that's awesome. That's truly awesome. It's just it's a game changer. So there's a couple other different things as far as peptide blends and stuff like that we can talk about, but peptides in general, like I said, if you're really looking to accomplish a goal, whether weight loss, sexual enhancement, physical enhancement, anti-aging, then peptides are something you should definitely look into for sure.
And another thing too with the peptides, like you said, like you're talking with your son or whatever, and they didn't really know what it is.
Right.
What's good about it is it's safe now. It's through a medical provider. I'm not talking about research companies. I'm not talking about order online.
Yeah.
I'm talking about legit peptide companies or legit medical clinics.
Right.
It's safe now. Whereas, 15, 20 years ago, you could go into a supplement store and buy pro hormones when all the bad ones were there. They were damaging people's kidneys, that messed up their blood. They're worse than actually some of the actual illegal steroids. But people thought just because it's in a store, they could take it and it's safe. And a lot of people find out the hard way, having kidney problems or other issues, because they just automatically assume. The difference now is now with the peptides thing, you're getting the same benefits as you did with all the other ones, but it's safe. Whereas before, people automatically think you can buy it in the store that it's safe. There's a lot of stuff that those. I'm not going to say the name, but there's a lot of stuff in those stores that it's not safe. You know.
Well, I mean, you can name some different things that just be public. I mean, think about sunscreen. Them pushing sunscreen. You should be wearing sunscreen to go out in the sun. And what does the sunscreen have in it? Carcinogenics, right? And that's creating cancers and definitely inflaming some different things in the body. I mean, that's just one aspect of things. Think about FDA approved drugs. There's FDA approved drugs that then FDA approved. They have clinical studies and everything behind them. And in the end, those drugs have to get taken off the market because they've done some dramatic effect after so long, or even acutely. So I think everything needs to be looked at. And this is the other thing where, kids were, and they still go to some of these stores and pick up SARMs. And
I can't wait till they get rid of all those.
They're not supposed to be, but they're doing it, right? Some of these stores, and at that point, it's just not good. And it's for a buck. And the other aspect of things is people, like even adults, that don't know as much as us or are uneducated on the medical side of things, that they want to get peptides. So when you say, hey, listen, let me get a BPC or TB500 or whatever peptide it is, they research it online because that's a natural thing for somebody to do, look for it. And they find, 20 different sites that are selling BPC or TB500, whatever it is, for this minimal cost amount, $25, $50, whatever it is. And not knowing the difference between something that, comes from a real pharmacy that's been made and has different testing and stuff like that to go with it. So, just be cautious out there. If you want to get into peptides, and you want something that's credible, knowledgeable, and can help you out with what you're doing with medication too or therapies. That's the other aspect. If you order something from some online research chemical site or whatever it is that are selling these peptides, then you're probably not going to get support.
Right.
What do I do with this? Right? How do I do this? Which step is it?
How do they even constitute? They don't even know how to mix it up. They get it and they're like, okay, I see a vial, a liquid, a powder. I don't know what size. And in a lot of places too, they won't give you needles.
Oh, I know.
So these places will sell you a bottle of. I've heard of people getting stuff. Oh yeah, I got it from the site. I don't have any water. They didn't even sell you any water. They have no idea. So it's like, one thing with Titan, you get your stuff. When I got my stuff with Titan, I had the water, I had everything. It was in my name. It came to my house, had directions. I could look on the bottle and see it exactly, take point, whatever, certain amount of days. I can call the number to talk to whoever I need to talk to. They can call the pharmacy. There's reference numbers, everything. So you don't have to worry about anything. I'm assuming if it's like that with me, it's like that with all the Titan patients.
Yeah, it definitely is for sure, 100%. People have questions, they don't know what they're doing. Then we make sure you all the supplies you need to take the therapy. So,
you could always. I always, if I have any issues, I'll just call.
Yeah, that's the best thing.
Call and be like, hey, this is A lot of times people up or lower their doses because they just feel like it or someone else does. Working with a medical provider, the best thing to do is call.
Yes.
If you feel like it's not whatever or it's too much or whatever, just call.
Yes.
Talk to your medical provider about your situation and not your homeboy or your homegirl that's doing this and that.
I agree.
Well, I brought mine down to 0.3. Oh yeah, well I'm going to bring mine. Like everything's different. Even if your blood work exactly the same as somebody else, it's still everything could still be different.
It is definitely. And that's what I would say with at that point, don't just change your dose.
Yeah.
I don't know how many patients just change their dose. And then they're upset because they're not feeling right. And it's like, well,
or they don't take the full amount.
Yeah, and you're like, well, you're not doing what the medical provider wanted you to do. And at that point, they're like, well, I'm like, well, listen, if you're going to listen to Tom, Dick, or Harry about what you should be doing, then they should be, monitoring this and prescribing this to you. But if you want us to do it, then at that point, you got to let us take control and be able to tell you what to do when you do it. And if you don't get the result then and you feel bad, that's another thing. You can go down the path. Because I think that's the biggest thing is, being in tune with the patient, listening to what the problems, issues, or positive feedback is too as well. and at that point addressing it one way or the other, and then coming to some sort of resolution and getting them feeling good.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate thing that we want to do. Health is number one priority. We want to get you looking good, feeling good, and performing your best. That's it.
And optimal too doesn't necessarily mean that like when I was talking about the doses, people up their dose or they'll even cut it in half. I've heard sometimes, I cut my dose in half because that way it's going to last as long and it's going to be less money, this and that. When you're dealing with a medical provider, they're giving you that dose because that's specific to you.
Right.
So if you have to cut your dose in half, you may not be.
Right.
I mean, why would you do that? I know why certain people may do it all. It'll last longer, Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, you're not really going to experience the full benefit of what you're taking if you do it like that, whether it's BPC, anything. I mean,
Absolutely.
I don't understand how people do that. I never understood. Even with me, when I was taking, it was BPC. And I think I'm not exactly sure what my prescription was, like 0.15 or 0.2 or something like that a day. Like, I was like, oh, can I take a little bit more? So I asked the medical provider, this and that. And, she was like, okay, this is how much more you could take.
Right.
But if I'm not just going to up it, there's been other times where I've asked other things, can I take 2? They're like, no, you can't. But at least I'm going to ask. Here, I'm typing, I'm all about typing. So even I would still ask.
Absolutely.
The only time I've ever taken a double thing is like we've talked about before is like an ECA. But I'm not going to take 2 at once. I'll take one. 6-7 hours later, I need another boost. Take another one. I mean, I don't recommend it, but I've done it before, and I don't really see a problem with it. It's a lot safer than these energy drinks at these gas stations, anyways.
If people can handle 2 a day and they're able to sleep or anything like that, I mean, the provider will definitely prescribe that. So I'm not really worried about that. ECAs, obviously, those are the best things ever, right? They're way better than any energy drink you get out there or any over-the-counter thing that you're going to get for sure.
Yeah.
And this is not like your over-the-counter fat burner that you're getting from a retail box vitamin and supplement shop. So, this is another thing.
And it's not just caffeine and appetite, which is 95% of fat loss products. They give you energy and they cut your appetite. There's 0 type of fat burning in them. It's just, okay, don't eat and we're going to get you wired.
Yeah, that's it. With a crash. And with ECAs, you get no crash. So that's the best thing about those 2 is,
blood pressure comes down too on ECA. People don't realize that low dose of aspirin in there thin your blood up, bring your blood pressure down. I know a lot of older people or a lot of people have heart problems. They take low dose aspirin or even other medications. So that's people don't really talk about that much. But between the Hercules potion and the ECA, your blood starts getting thin, starts moving. It's a lot less pressure on your heart.
Yeah, because stimulants ultimately restrict blood cells, right? But you combat that with the small amount of aspirin put in there. And then if you're doing Hercules, where you're getting the stimulant effect and you're getting the blood flow, it's over with at that point.
And it's blood flow too, guys. So blood flow everywhere.
Yes.
Everywhere.
Yes.
So just guys, you need that libido.
Or girls.
Girls, you need that, that libido. Definitely, you'll notice the difference. I mean, it's not like a Superman. But you'll definitely notice the difference.
I definitely notice the difference between I take Hercules potion or do not take Hercules potion on those days.
Yeah.
For sure, 1,000,000%. I'm like, oh shit, I definitely feel a difference in my flow here.
Yeah.
So, that's definitely something you should add in your regimen one way or the other for total ultimate optimal performance in and outside the bedroom, and getting what your body really needs, So it's pretty cool. You got a couple questions up here?
Yes.
All right. So do peptides improve skin elasticity? Yeah, don't go over it like that. Just I can read it. Do peptide?
What do
I'm making it so you can see it.
Please stop clicking back and forth like that so I can
You can't see.
All right. Do peptides improve skin elasticity and glow? Certain peptides, absolutely. Most peptides, I would say, with BPC, TB500, GHKCU. These are great peptides. One, GHKCU for skin elasticity. That's a great one, right? And at that point, using some of the other ones, they can definitely help with the glow of how you're feeling and that radiant glow you want from your skin. It's definitely going to come. Skin elasticity and the glow, GHKCU all the way. I would definitely agree with a good peptide for sure.
I know some of the people think it's a glow, but some of the MTs, they don't really necessarily give people a glow. That's the only thing I could think of. Sometimes people think that it's like a self-tanning type thing.
Yeah.
Like the MT1 or MT2. That's going to make you darker, but it's not
Yeah.
going to give you a glow. But if you're looking to get a little bit darker, I know those help.
Yeah.
Billy's asking, can women use testosterone safely at a low dose? Absolutely. If their blood work shows that they need it, women have testosterone too. I know through Titan sometimes they'll do like a sublingual lozenge, so it's not as much. But yeah, I think women can safely lose low doses. Now, don't assume your low doses are what you call low doses. In other words, if you look online, what is low dose testosterone? That doesn't mean that dose is going to be safe for a woman. But again, go to a medical provider.
So the first thing you should talk about is blood testing. We should talk about a blood test before we talk about women using testosterone. Yes, women can definitely use testosterone. It's safe low dose. But you want to make sure you get your blood panels done so you can see exactly where testosterone is at. Just a baseline, right? And at that point, being able to optimize it, but not taking too much. And this can come with, different forms of transportation rates of testosterone, the way that when we're given testosterone in the past, which, is, through one, oral, or two, they're rubbing on some sort of cream or gel, or three, which I'd like to do the least, would be injectable. Just a lot more harsher, faster transportation rate, higher absorbency in the body. So, at that point, the lozenges work really well, and they'll get them up to an optimal level. The creams work really well, but some women don't get a good response, and then the last option would be injectable at a very, very, very minute dose.
Yeah.
So at that point, it is possible. But this week, Drew, I don't know if you heard or seen, but they just came out, the FDA, and basically said that 2 decades that they've held back women from replacement therapy until they're going to get cervical cancers and all these things. We've had to contract that back. And now they're saying with a mishap, how damaging it's been to women because they haven't had therapy, causing osteoporosis, whole sex drive, cognitive decline, all these different things that come with menopause that we are going through. Skin drying, brittle hair, nails. There's a lot of women that were really scared to go on hormone replacement therapy because of this.
I think that's true. I mean, I don't know how it is now because I mean we're old, we're grown men, but I know when I was like in middle school and high school, like it was like they're handing out all the guys condoms, all the girls are on birth control. So a lot of the girls that were on birth control when they're younger, they have hormonal issues they don't really know about.
Right.
So like that's another thing with the testosterone replacement can kind of help with that. Because they don't really realize it's crazy. Like they'll take, not all birth control is safe, and they'll take anything that's just birth control, but then they'll be like, no, I don't want to do HRT.
Yes. No, I know.
It's
yeah, I mean that
seems like testosterone is like benefiting everybody.
Yeah,
literally, it could benefit everybody.
It could, and it's gonna dive into other hormones too. So that's something that you need to balance. But at that point, like you're right. Like contraceptives for women, birth control. There's different kinds. Okay? There's non-hormonal. There's hormonal ones. Still, there's implants and different things. So you just gotta watch. And even when women come to us and they're on some sort of birth control, they have a way to do it. We know this going in, so because our women that don't want to be totally acceptable. Regulating periods, or with endometriosis and all these different things that they go through. But at that point, women, you should look into getting a blood test, knowing where your hormones are at. And at that point, if something's off, low fatigue, mental clarity, your energy is just down, you're not who you are, maybe vaginal dryness, brittle hair, skin, nails, all these different things are starting to go down, or a couple of these, then I would definitely do a blood test to see where these things are at. And then if you need to optimize, go to somebody that can optimize you, type medical center can, but get help, right, one way or the other, because it improves quality of life. And quality of life is why we're here. And we're not here to have a low quality of life, right? Nobody wants it.
Jennifer's asking, what are the benefits of glutathione therapy?
Hold on, let's go to the top one real quick.
Right here?
Yeah, let's go through them as one at a time.
Okay.
Okay.
This one is a
I think that was the next
All right.
question.
No, it's the third one. Fitness muscle. We're starting there. What's the safest way? What's the safest way to lose weight with medical supervision? The safest way to lose weight. Well, everything comes with a risk. I like to say that up front, but most of these are pretty low risk when it comes to taking them and having no negative side effects or a low minimal side effect. So at that point, your GLP-1s, those across the board are probably your safest way and fastest way to lose weight under medical supervision. You have other ones like ECA Stack Plus or other different things, maybe like more natural, like Titan Complete or something like that, just for metabolic effect. Or you have maybe Mod C or all these ones, like especially peptides, are pretty safe to use. There's some that have some small contraindications, like GLP-1s. You're talking about like thyroid nodules or thyroid problems, pancreas issues. But other than that, I mean, you're pretty safe. But there are other options on the table too as well. This whole thing you should do is you should call our Text Titan Medical Center and talk to them, and at that point, let them run you down the path and see what's what, because there's a lot more questions that we'd have to ask you to find out what would be the best program for you.
Yeah, I hear it on the money right there. Everybody's different. It's like when I meet people and they say, "How quick can I gain 10 pounds of muscle?" I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, next one. Do you how personalized are your meal and fitness recommendations? So we don't make any meal or fitness recommendations. I mean, I guess me and Drew can,
Yeah,
but as far as the providers or anything like that, they're not going to make the meal and fitness recommendations. But how personalized are ours? I mean, Drew makes a pretty personalized meal and fitness recommendation, right?
yeah, mine's pretty detailed, pretty customized. But again, I have people that say all the time, they're like, "Hey, I need to call Titan. I need to get a meal plan." Like Titan doesn't do meal plans. Yeah. Now, fitness recommendation, that could be a provider saying you need to walk more, maybe. But I mean, for the most part, we don't really do.
Listen, I'll tell you the best way, right? For free. This is for free. So take this down. Go and check GPT or go on Grok, which is on X. Prompt it and say, listen, I want to do a 30-day meal plan, and then put in what you like to eat.
Yeah.
Right?
Put in your height and weight.
Tell them what you want to do. Right? So I want to gain 10 pounds over the next 90 days. What is a 30-day meal plan, including these foods that I can do? And at that point, you have your meal plan. Right? And you can even put it like low fat, whatever you want.
Yeah, you can put food allergies in there, stuff to aggravate your stomach. You can put lactose free.
Prompt it. And the best thing about that is that, all right, you didn't prompt everything in the first thing. But once it goes with your answer, it'll give you some more recommendations, or you can then just prompt it, and what you just remember.
It's like your personal coach.
And then fitness program. But that's ChatGPT. I would go with a personal guy like Drew or something knows what they're doing. But that is the easy, most economical way to get a meal plan now.
Yeah, it is true. Or even workout plans. Be like, hey, this is what I've been doing. I need a bigger chest, or I want to get stronger, or ladies, I need bigger glutes, or I need a flatter stomach.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like what you said. You put everything in there to give you everything, and then it'll be like, okay, now do you want me to make? And it's almost like because of everything you typed and talked to on your phone, it knows you.
Yeah.
Like the other day, I asked it one question, and it would just kept going, and I was like, it's literally reading my mind.
Right.
I was like, wow, like there's no effort into thinking anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I don't have to write anymore. When I was a kid, I used to write so much. Now, if I write a paragraph, my hand cramps. Like, when's the last time you wrote 2 or 3 sentences?
True. It's been a long time.
Like, you sign your name, you fill out application or forms or whatever.
That's probably the extent of it. Filling out.
Yeah, but I mean, when have you actually
digital now?
Like wrote a paragraph? I mean, my hands, they cramp up. I'm like, how did I do this all day long? Like, I'm writing front page, back page, college ruled,
10
college ruled paper. You get the college ruled, and that's like, shit.
Yeah, things are definitely changing.
You can see from my hands.
Yeah, right. The arthritis or carpal tunnel. Thank you.
Next question.
Yeah. Sorry. Next one. What do we got? All right. We already did this one.
Service.
Can you help people with low libido? Absolutely. 100%. We help people with this all the time. And this could be hormone driven. It could be mentally driven, right? But we will help you physically get ready to go and get the libido going, especially females and guys. So that's all there is. But at that point, we can definitely manage it. So I would call Text Titan Medical Center. They'll give you the information on it and how they can help you.
A lot of times for men do that blood work when they get that and their testosterone's in the. A friend of mine, he got his done a couple months ago. Was 54. So I was like, man, I don't even know how you're still married, man. That's crazy. But he was functioning. He has a business. He's functioning. He has a business. His wife, and kids. He wakes up at 3 and deals with the business all day. And this, but it's just like I said, if you're doing all that at a 54, no good. You're gonna feel off. Like he wakes up at 3 every day. Like yeah. So $1,000,000. Yeah.
$1,000,000. I mean, I remember having 98 total testosterone when I first got. I was like, this is crazy. Like, literally, it was like open up the blinds. I was still, actually, I work a full-time job where I would drive all day and do sales calls and stuff like that. All day. Like I would drive out to like Sarasota and be out in Sarasota by 8 a.m. And I'd be back home by like 5:30, grabbing my stuff, go to the gym for 2 hours. I would do an hour per body part those days back then. Come home, I eat, bang, go to sleep, wake up, do it again. Routine, no matter what.
Yeah.
Right? So
With the hundreds.
yeah. And so when I did kick, it kicked. And I was like, oh, okay, this is definitely what I'm gonna get. And that was honestly some of the different things that just brought me to Titan. So yeah, it was definitely good. What are the benefits of glutathione therapy? So glutathione therapy is great. Glutathione is a super antioxidant, mother of antioxidants, produced by the liver, but depletes over time and because of sickness or smoke or alcohol, just running your body, different unhealthy things that may happen in your life and lifestyle. This is what brings it down. So, what are the benefits? So, I mean, different things can be claimed, but at that point, what we've seen with patients here is, liver functions improving, immune system improving, getting over sickness and colds quicker. This is something that we've experienced with our patients. And at that point, like I think glutathione is a really, really important one across the board to even talk about because, I think now a lot of people know about glutathione. Before, a lot of people didn't know what glutathione was.
And not all glutathione is created equal. So if you go on Google and you put search and you see a little bottle, glutathione, gel caps, or whatever, it's not all the same. One thing too, with glutathione, people don't talk about, it helps with your skin, like your breakouts and stuff.
Yes.
So if guys are breaking out, or girls are breaking out, it's good for your skin. Like it helps the breakouts. It helps, because it's a super antioxidant. So you got to think all that bacteria and stuff on your skin or whatever. So if you guys or girls are having breakouts, if you're wearing T-shirts in the hot sun because you don't want to take it off, that's one of the things people don't talk about. BPC combined with glutathione for the skin is like game changer. It's a game changer because the BPC is going to help your skin so you don't get the sunburn. Like John said, you don't need the sunscreen, use the BPC and then the glutathione. So that combination is really, really good for the skin.
And hormones, and can hormone therapy help with storing belly fat? Absolutely. Belly fat, I mean, you could have high estrogen, and that's holding on to belly fat right there in the center. You can be, in shape everywhere else and have, the little gut moving.
Yeah, skinny fat.
Yeah. So that is definitely hormone driven for sure. And there's a lot of ways that you can fix that. One, obviously fixing hormones. Two, testosterone is a peptide that works in 2 different ways from raising growth hormone levels, and which in itself can help with weight loss and metabolic effect. But then the other thing, it targets visceral belly fat, and that's the #1 key. So if you can do that, then you're winning all this. Yeah, that's my favorite for sure. Do you offer virtual consults for people outside of Florida? Absolutely. So wherever you're at in the United States, we can service you. Just call or text 727-393-220 to set up your consult with Titan Medical Center today. All right. Can hormone therapy actually slow down biological aging, not just symptoms?
It's a good question.
Yes. The answer is yes.
It's a good question.
The answer is yes. So what is so biological age, and then you've got chronological age. So chronological age is how old you are. So I'm 44 years old. Biological age is what your body's age is, right? So how old is your heart per se, right? What is it, like a 36-year-old, a 70-year-old, 80-year-old?
Yeah.
And they can tell us. And there's a lot of people that they're 30 years old and their heart's like a 50-year-old. But there's other people, they're like 56 years old and they have a 35-year-old.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you slow us down? So yes, you can slow us down. And one thing is hormones. I was talking about this with Jimmy Mentis yesterday. So we're talking about, as hormones decline, obviously, when you start breaking down more, right? As you age, if you didn't have any hormone replacement therapy or anything helping you, your body is going to do this. It goes up, starts growing, peaks, and then it starts making its way down. Right? And then slowly, you're done. At that point, what does hormone replacement therapy do? Hormone replacement therapy takes those hormones from here back up to here. So you're going back to peak of where you were hormone wise at the best part of your optimal life. And usually it's in your 20s, right? I think we can all agree on that. Like, teens are great, but 20s, I think 20 to 30, maybe 32, 33, I think it was the most optimal years of my life as far as that. I don't know, because as we get older, we're still optimal, but I didn't have sugar problems like I do now or anything. But I think we are progressively getting more optimal because we're aging. Yes.
I feel it.
But not biologically.
I feel it. I feel it more in my joints. It's like what you said when I was young. When I was younger, I was a kid that could, like, football practice in the beginning of the season, we have double sessions. It's like really hot.
Yeah.
And the second practice, everybody's sore. I was fine.
Yeah.
I'd go play basketball in between double sessions for football.
It's crazy.
I would like eat like crap, and my recovery. I didn't even know recovery was like that. But people are like, "Oh, I'm sore." I'm like, I didn't get sore. My joints feel good. I could run and jump all day. I could, but my sleep was actually better.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
But it's just now I feel like I'm a lot stronger, but the recovery is just, I mean, BPC and all that stuff helps tremendously.
Of course, but
yeah.
I think one of the most important things is
like Mike. What does Mike's biological clock? 26?
It's like 35, 36.
Yeah, see, that's nuts.
He was like one of the things I was like, man, that's crazy.
That's nuts.
The other thing you look at, like you're talking about sleep right now, it's like circadian rhythm, right? Circadian rhythm is basically like your sleep patterns and like your heart rate and all this, right? Well, over time, that circadian rhythm starts getting off, and that's when we start not starting to sleep as good, and all these little things start going downhill.
No screens back then either. That's the huge.
There are peptides out there like epitalon and stuff like that, or other ones that will improve circadian rhythm. Yeah. So helping sleep patterns getting back to you're getting the heart rate back to what it was in rhythm. So this is something that's really, really cool. It's another one just added down the pipeline that you guys can utilize for your benefit for longevity, because it's huge. Sleep is huge. I posted on the story the other day where my month averages of all my sleep patterns, right?
Yeah.
And I think I'm getting like maybe 5.5 hours of sleep or something like that.
Mine's probably terrible. I'm gonna start doing my watch.
But
I'm gonna start checking.
For people that know and looked at it, the one thing I could say beneficial that really came out of that was my REM sleep.
It's good.
And REM sleep is the most important part of your sleep. You could light sleep all day and you get no effect. You still feel tired and all this. It was like an hour and a half. It's an hour and 33 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
I optimally want to get that to 2 hours, but an hour 33 out of 5.5 hours is pretty good.
Yeah.
Usually somebody only gets out of 7 or 8 hours. So if I'm maximizing the time I'm sleeping, this is another great thing. And this is something you guys can check. That's the why I'm bringing it up, because all these things now are trackable.
Yeah.
Before, none of these things were trackable, or
even with the watch. I mean, whether it's Apple, I mean, whether it's Android.
Mike's got
Android has a good one.
Yeah.
A client of mine, she has the Ring.
Yeah.
What's it called? The Aura.
They got the Aura. They've got different
Aura Ring, and that thing it's even more advanced. It has everything on it. It just looks like a wedding band.
I love that. I love that you can track these different things and they're able to tell you, and even able to give you warnings in some instances. I know Apple's development for, like, if you were AFib or something was happening like that, it starts reading light. So that's really cool. Even oxygen. If you can read oxygen levels through an Apple Watch, it's a game changer.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming. So sugar levels through an Apple Watch. It's coming.
Yeah.
Right? This technology is already there, guys. It's not something we need to create. It's already done. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to help people, I think, healthier, and I think your health is on the rise, which I think will bring me in my next topic, and then I'll take your questions. But the next thing is how are you eating? Because eating, we know, drives a lot. We talked about it. I think me and Drew agreed that eating is more important than training.
Yeah.
Right? Like having a healthy diet. Like you can make transformation changes by eating. Or keep yourself in a certain shape.
Yeah, a lot of people have been working out for 15, 20 years, but they've never been in hardcore, like, I don't like to use the word diet because people get scared. Just eating clean,
Yeah.
just finding good foods.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's important.
definitely.
I mean, it drives you, immune system, I mean, everything comes from food. So, you know, it can bloat you, it can make you feel bad. I mean, if you're eating bad foods, but if you're eating good foods, right, this can really drive you. And the example I would give is, you know, you have a nice car, let's say Mercedes or whatever it is, they want 93 octane in that. So when you go to the gas station, you have 90, 89, 91, and 93, or in some they have a couple of other different ones.
Yeah.
But at that point, you're picking 93 and putting it in there. So it's expensive, it's premium. So you got to think of your body like that to a certain extent, right? Do you want to put low quality fuel in the body because your engine and everything else are not going to perform the best it can?
Mm.
Or are you going to put in the premium and your engine is going to perform the best it possibly can? So when we're looking at the supermarket, I haven't got to go in a while because I've been using Instacart, but I decided I'm going to start going pick out my fruit hand picked. So at this point, I'm looking for different things because when I'm rolling up and down the supermarket aisle, I'm literally did a video on it. I'm like, I was astonished by how many food companies are like directly marketing high protein food items.
Or even putting the how much
Yeah.
on the front label, like 10 grams.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like that's a big selling point for
Yeah.
the marketing package. And obviously some of these things might have high protein, but they have a whole bunch of other garbage in there you don't want. Like we're talking about Snickers bars, right?
Yeah.
You put 20 grams in the Snickers bar, great, you got 20 grams, but what else did you get in the bag?
Yeah.
Right? So different things. So Thomas Bagels. Thomas Bagels I kind of grew up with as a kid. I remember eating them, you know, and then as I got older and started getting to the healthy lifestyle, I started looking at labels. And when you see it, it used to have high fructose corn syrup in it. So I just was in the bread section looking for different things. And I got Thomas Bagels, and these are high protein bagels. 21 grams per bagel of protein, 290 calories all in. Not too bad. Right? I think a protein shake would be around there, maybe 230 in calories, maybe less, depending on what kind of protein.
Yeah, it's about this about that.
Almost, right? Now, listen, this isn't the most healthiest thing because, you know, obviously we have 45 grams of carbs, which if you need carbs, I don't think it's a bad thing.
But for me, I'm a carb guy. So the only
Right.
thing I'm gonna look, I only look at carbs. What's good about it is it's high, it's got the protein, but has the same carbs as a regular bagel.
Yes.
And so guys that like to carb up or whatever,
Yes.
bagels or
Yes.
Earls or whatever,
Yes.
then now they can have protein with their carbs. Where normally it was just, I need my carbs, so let me get my bagel.
Yep.
Now it's like
Yep.
you got a little bit in there. So,
Well, I mean, even if you want to use this as a meal,
yeah.
I mean, it does. Technically, it has the carbs, and I mean, it's not that high, but I mean, at that point, it's got carbs, it's got some protein in it.
Yeah.
It can last you.
2 bagels, you get 40 grams and 100 carbs, and I'm a 100 carb guy.
Yeah.
I always do 100 grams protein, 100 grams carbs. So that's yeah.
Boom.
Throw some almond butter on there, something
Yeah.
if you need to.
And these taste really good, guys. They do. I had to put them in the toaster for a little bit longer than I usually would.
Yeah.
Because I like a crispier.
Yeah, I like the crunch. Me too. Yeah, I like that. I like that crunch. Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, I had to put them in there a little bit longer. So, you know, on your toaster, you might have to look a bit longer. But these are the real deal. And they come in plain. They come in other couple of flavors and stuff like that. I'm a plain bagel guy. But you might want to look at some of the different flavors they have. I'm not getting paid by Thomas Bagels. And at that point, like I want to share with you guys because this is something that, you know, I'm looking for Peter, right? Or myself, like it's a substitute that, you know, it's got easy stuff in it, but it's not, you know, probably not all-time high.
Yeah.
But it's not worse. It's not bad to the extent where if you eat a regular bagel, you're not getting this protein factor.
Yeah.
And for Peter or for myself or anybody else who wants to put on their muscle, you gotta focus on protein. And this is something you can focus on and eat.
It's like what you said too. He said no high fructose corn syrup and no artificial
Yeah.
flavor. So there's not a lot of like John said earlier. If they were to throw 20 grams into a Snickers bar,
Yeah.
it's got all kinds of high fructose,
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
This,
Yeah.
no high fructose,
Yeah. High fructose corn syrup.
no artificial flavors, and 20 grams. Yeah, that's you know, start
It's huge. So, you know, I got the protein cereal, I got the protein bagels.
everything. You gotta get the protein water now.
Yeah, the protein. So that was what we should go into next. The protein water, right? So all these different options out there for you guys. Protein cereals, protein bagels, now protein water. We're the Costco at.
I haven't. I hear all about it. I've seen posts about it, and I've seen a couple of not TV, but I don't watch TV, YouTube ads or whatever about it. But I want to know if it's carbonated or not, because for some reason the can just looks like it might be. But if it's not carbonated, I will literally make coffee, tea. I'll use it in my rice maker. I'll use it to make everything. I mean, that's going to be gay. I wonder if it tastes like water, or if it's like water-ish.
Exactly.
You know, like tastes a little off.
We had the water with the caffeine in
And it tasted funny.
it. It did.
Yeah, I've never tasted
It
it.
tastes a little funny.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's good about, if you add juice, John's a juicer.
Yes.
So you get that protein water and throw it in with the juice. And now you got protein with the juice. I mean, that'd be
That'd
crazy.
be a game changer.
That'd be nuts.
You know, because the juicer, like literally, like I'll juice it and then like I put it to the Ninja slushy machine and turn it into slush.
Yeah.
At that point, and that protein, that would be a winner. That'd definitely be a winner.
That's like a meal. That's a meal because you get the carbs,
Yeah.
fruit,
Yeah,
good sugar from the fruit,
Yeah,
and protein.
yeah.
So you can do that in the morning time.
Honestly, I might look into that.
Yeah.
That's something good one. The other one I would look into, guys, is like pastas, protein pastas. There's some really good ones out there.
Yeah.
I'll review the one that I eat. I haven't reviewed it yet, but that's what I'll work on next week. But there's a ton of different guys out there making protein pasta. I like the Barilla. I think we just passed that one.
This one here?
Go down. Yes. So these are really, really good ones.
What are the grams on that? How many grams is that one? How do you put it?
I want to
Nutrition facts on it.
13, but it might be more.
I used to eat a whole bowl of rotini pasta like that, whole box every day.
Yeah. What was on the back though? This is the site. Check it out.
Yeah, if you put the nutrition facts, there we go. Only 2 grams of sugar, 10 grams of protein.
There you go. Yeah, 10 grams of protein.
1 serving per container. Wait a minute.
That's
Whole
the
box
that's
is
the
only 10
box.
grams.
See, I don't like that.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
they got me though because I was about to buy it,
Yeah.
and then once I see that, wait a minute, I got to
There-
eat 5 boxes.
there are
Take
some-
50 grams.
There are some other ones out there.
Yeah.
I think they're 13 grams.
That's definitely a sales pitch because the way they say that. Then.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, usually pastas like that, you only get 4 grams. So,
Yeah.
you know, they're upping it, yes, but it's not like,
They start making protein rice cakes. That'll be a game changer.
I mean, people can make, like you said, with the rice and using the water, that's
Yeah.
something. It's definitely something.
The only thing with that is like all the water that evaporates. Like there goes my protein in the sky. You can see it going away.
Steaming up.
Yeah.
Okay. If someone only changes one habit, which habit improves hormones the most?
I would depend on their blood work, depending on what their hormones are looking like. To me, that's what I would say.
If someone only had one habit to change,
HRT?
I would say diet. Diet. I think diet would change your hormones.
Yeah.
That is, some people they sleep 12 hours and they don't feel refreshed and hormones don't go up. I think the diet would be the most impactful thing on your life. In all.
In everything.
In all.
Everything.
In everything. Like juice.
Doesn't matter if you go to the gym or not. You could never want to go to the gym or not go to the gym ever. This isn't about the gym.
No,
So, yeah, definite diet.
definitely diet for sure. And as we get older, you know that's what it is.
Yeah. The older I get, the cleaner I eat.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm like a little wimp now. If someone says, "Oh, you want?" I'm like, "No, it has a little cheese," or "No, it has." I'm like, "No."
Yeah. People look at me stupid sometimes. I tell them, "No,
You're not gonna get fat. I'm like, "Oh, I'm not gonna get fat." But I mean, if someone's a severe drug addict,
Yeah.
would you let them go take 1 hit of a
No.
hardcore drug? Like 1 hit's not gonna hurt you, but it's gonna spark the badness.
They just don't understand. They just don't understand.
It's gonna spark them.
I'm sorry, man. It is what it is.
And I made the mistake of getting some. I found some really good peanut butter too. It says 100% peanuts on it. Look at the label. It says peanuts, and it's like the kind you have to stir. But once I stirred it, it stayed. It's real, like kind of watery, but it's so clean. And now I knew I should have did it because now I'm peanut butter across the day. Like I mean, I'm not a. There it is. That's the same one with the blue.
Okay.
Very close.
All right.
Yeah. If you look at the ingredients, it says peanuts. Like all the other ones have palm oil and like all these oils, and it's like, oh, it's palm oil. It's 100%. That's the crunchy one. I got the blue one, but yeah, that's the thing with me. Now that I have this, like what I was saying, if I have a little bit of something now, I want it every day.
I'm automatically thinking before I go.
I'm putting the spoon in and stuff.
I'm trying to do that.
Right there with you. You know what? I think we're
I have an
creatures
addictive
of
personality. Yeah.
addictive personality and creatures of habit.
Yeah.
So once me and Drew introduce something, we've done it like, you know, just continuously keep going, the juicing, whatever. We go
Yeah.
through phases, and we start.
You got me. I used to do egg whites for a while, then I was doing scrambled eggs. This and that. Now I'm doing the hard boiled eggs. Now I'm like, every day I have to, because I have the 18, and the pot holds exactly 18. So now everything first thing in the morning, I make it. And even right now, I'm automatically thinking of when I go back, I'm gonna eat.
That's good.
It's like, yeah,
That's good eating.
it's like fudge, you know.
Yeah, it's
Hard boiled eggs are so much more filling than scrambled
the
eggs.
best.
It's so much more filling.
They're the best. All right. What's one thing everyone should check yearly for long-term wellness? A full in-depth blood panel from Type Medical Center. If you do that, you're going to go over a lot of different things, guys and girls, right? And you're going to learn a lot of different things about yourself, and you'll see different things that maybe you could optimize or improve for sure, 100%. Okay. Are mood swings always hormonal, or can it be nutritional too?
Both. I would say both.
I would say
Hangry is a real thing.
it is. It is a real thing. Low sugar,
Especially with me.
all that. People can definitely get angry or short fuse when they haven't ate. But mood swings are usually the culprit, because a lot of people don't diet hard. And so at that point, they're not really all hungry, or maybe they are hungry because they eat so much. I don't know. Some people out there, I guess, will get upset if they didn't eat and they don't look like Drew. So.
Kimberly's saying how to travel schedule or night shift jobs affect hormone balance. I would say, like John said earlier, sleep.
Yes.
Like your sleep is off
because you work nights. If you're sleeping like all day, like 8, 9, 10 hours, like if you've been doing it for a while. Yeah. But if you're kind of napping in and there, it's
a new night job. You could be all out of whack.
And that sucks. I mean, you're throwing off your circadian rhythm there, your sleep patterns. That's exactly what these things are not good. But you got to work, right? And if your job is to say, listen, you got to work at night, you got to work at night. But people I really feel for would be like your police officers, your Leos.
Yeah.
So those guys get night shift and day shift, night shift again.
And they'll have like a 20-hour straight.
Yeah.
After 10 hours.
So they're on the job as like
firefighters too. I know they go for days at a time.
Yeah, it's like 2 days on, 2 off, something like that. Yeah, it's crazy.
Shout out to all the Leos out there.
All Leos, all the first responders, much love. All right, what else we got here?
Good questions today.
Are peptides better? Go ahead, click it. Are peptides better for long-term wellness compared to oral supplements? Absolutely, 100%. But you could have some oral peptides that you take that will do some benefits too as well. So, but they are far more superior than any supplement you're going to get in any big box vitamin or supplement shop. Okay.
Something about adrenal fatigue.
Are there any of these signs of adrenal fatigue people should watch for? Well, fatigue. That's one. If you feel like you're tired and can't get rested per se, you might have adrenal fatigue.
You might have low T if you're tired.
Low T, or you've outdid yourself on stimulants. Right? This
Been there.
Burn out your adrenal.
I burn out my adrenal like 10 years ago where I was taking 3 times the dosage and I was like, I don't feel nothing. At that point, I was like, let me chill.
Yeah.
Now ECA, I'm good.
Right.
But yeah, a lot of people do that, have to wean off, or I'm not taking any pre-workout right now. That's not good.
Yeah.
with
ECA,
you don't have to take time off.
Right. That's not nice.
You could just still gonna work and take time off or something. That's cool.
Adrenal fatigue. So one way that we would get over it. This don't work every time, but it will work usually for some people. If you took a high dose of stimulants and burn yourself out, it won't work every time. So don't this is when we're doing that. But if you take Benadryl will reset your receptors. At that point, would you go? I would not do this. If you're not used to it every single time, it's not work.
And there's also an ingredient within Benadryl that does it. So it's kind of like taking NyQuil to go to sleep, but you only need one thing. So there's an actual ingredient in Benadryl that actually does it.
Benadryl's the best one. What else we got?
The crazy thing is Benadryl makes you tired. So if you take your Benadryl, take that nighttime. People take the Benadryl during the day, they're like, oh, I'm sleepy all day, I have adrenal fatigue. I'm like, no, it's the medication.
Right. How does alcohol impact hormone treatment results? It's obviously going to lower hormone treatment results, muscle building results, and so on. So at that point, alcohol, we'll do the minimum if you're gonna do it. I'm saying you can't have a drink. But at that point, I would definitely minimize alcohol. If you want better health, better gains, overall feel better, definitely lower your alcohol content.
Especially if you want to burn fat, because as soon as you put alcohol in your body, it's going to slow or stop fat burning for like 48 hours.
Yeah,
So
the reason is because your body, as soon as it comes in, it's a toxin, and your body recognizes this as a toxin, and it has to excrete that first. That's the first thing it starts working on. Right? So it adds stress to the liver, to the kidneys too as well, but liver especially. And at that point, this is where you don't want to be at. You want to make sure your liver is good, and it processes fats and processes other things through it. So the better that it is, the better it's going to process. The better result you're going to get, or the better you're going to feel across the board. Other ones.
It looks like the last one.
All right.
What's up, Fitness Bo?
What's going on? How you doing? All right.
Looks like the last one.
So that's good. I think we can leave it there as far as that goes. And events. So events, we really don't got nothing really crazy going on. We've got like a little thing we're doing with Hillsborough County Sheriff's at Motor Enclave tomorrow. We're just showing up for support with the cars. I think we might have one time out there with us.
But shout out to Donna Crowley though. We just did the event last week.
Oh, yes.
Jacob's Jacob's for autism
Jacob's
awareness.
touch. Yeah.
Donna Crowley's nice little car show, a little setup, different type of pictures, a nice vibe, nice venue. So that was a great time.
Yep. Tight Medical Center presenting along with Mad Men on that one for the Vice down at the Viceroy down in Clearwater Beach. It was a beautiful event. Beautiful.
Yeah, they're feeding us good too. They kept coming around with trays.
Yeah.
Like, you want some?
It was
okay.
It was a really nice event. It was definitely really nice. And we had the tight cars out there, tight nets, Titans. Drew was out there with Waddy and all the girls. And at that point, we did, we knocked it out of the park as usual. And it was a good event. It was for charity, right? And it's not even just a charity that I don't know. I actually know Jacob and I know his family. And it's really, really cool to connect with them. Even when I was like leaving out for Cancun, right? His dad came up to me. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, Jake's daddy.
I haven't met it.
Yeah, it's really good people. Like, so it was cool. It's cool to help out a good foundation where I know the money is going where it needs to go.
Yeah.
So
perfect night though. Perfect weather. It was good. Good.
Dude, it was awesome. Definitely awesome. This week has been a little cold here, but it's starting to warm up.
I don't know. That one day I didn't even leave. That one day it was really, really cold. Yeah, that was brutal. I had a client. I said, "Hey, you want to train in my building?"
Yeah. Come on.
just so I can go outside.
Yeah. Well, thing is, we're taking advantage of the Titan sweatsuits on those days. That's about it. But
now it's like I was talking with the driver earlier. Now it's just like you don't know what you're like. It could be you wake up, it's 50, and then all of a sudden it's 80.
Yeah, so it's like you got to be layered up.
You gotta be layered up. Gotta be ready to take it off for sure, because it's gonna get warm in the middle of the day, and then start getting colder like 7 o'clock in the sun.
I don't like this dark early stuff. It's like the other day it was 5:30. I was like, it's probably close to 9. I look at the clock and it's like 5. I'm like, what? It's like the day's over before it even starts.
You know what I hate is obviously the clock moves, right? And they voted on this just recently, and it got turned down because they didn't have a majority, but they would have left it.
I heard about it. How would they do that though? Does that mean like in 10 years it's going to be dark later, or is it going to stay?
No,
because every year it goes back. Doesn't it just keep getting lighter?
Same time. So at that point, they would keep it. So there would be no movement in the clocks.
That'd be great.
Now, but it got shut down, so that's why the clocks moved, and that's why we're like this. But yeah, that one goes by like farmer's calendar. That was
like 6 p.m. It's done.
That was why they did that. So I don't know. Who knows? It is what it is. I hate being dark early though. So hopefully we just get through these next couple of months and get on our way to summer.
Good sleeping weather though. Everybody, we're just talking about sleep earlier. It's good sleeping weather. That's one thing.
Yeah.
And even if it's the same temperature inside, when it's cold outside, I sleep better.
Yeah.
For some reason, it's just like just knowing that it's cold out there.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that's it, man. Make sure you guys are following us on social medias. One big thing I could say, there's 2 other big things that I definitely want to talk about real quick before we leave. One would be our Black Wednesday, Titan Black Wednesday. It's always the biggest giveaway of the year. I'm gonna have discounts like crazy. So that will be, I believe, the 26th of November, which is a Wednesday. We do Black Wednesday here because everybody else does Black Friday. We want to be different than everybody else. We've been doing this since day one. So Black Wednesday, you guys gotta stay locked to social media because everything's gonna be coming across social media. All the discounts, all the giveaways, everything like that. You gotta tune in. So if you don't tune in, you can't win. When you tune in, you can definitely win some of these different things. So I would definitely tune in. The next thing after that, so we have that, and then
Thanksgiving coming up.
turkey giveaway. Type of turkey giveaway this year. Again, we're going to give away 200 turkeys to people that need them, right? Families or even, people in general, right? So if you guys know anybody in the gym or families that need it or something like that, I'm going to open it up on our social media channel so you guys can put their name in and put somebody up. So that point you can contact them, have them come pick up that turkey. You got to come pick up that turkey that day, or somebody comes and picks it up for them. But we're going to give away 200 turkeys. I got Skeleton involved, so Jason Skeleton's involved, and I can get Nutrition Solutions involved too, I believe, when they confirm the mattress. But we've already got the turkeys locked down, and at that point, we're going to set up no matter what. So, type of turkey giveaway, this is the big one, 200 people or families.
That's a lot of turkeys.
Yeah,
Right.
a lot of turkeys.
It's a partner with the same company.
Partner with
Publix.
Publix on Water Street. So big shout out to them, Publix Water Street. But I've got everybody involved. Those were the kind of shirts for them to come pick up. We signals to schools, churches. I've got, anybody that needs it, I'm trying to get it out there so at that point we can make this bigger and better every year.
Yeah. And a whole turkey too. That's not
No, I believe it's 12
whole
pounds.
turkey. Yeah, that's a lot. That would feed that.
It's a lot. It'll definitely feed a family. A little bit left over, I
Yeah.
think. For the size of the family. So, and anybody else wants to donate to it, I appreciate it. Type Medical Center, come on down and let us know. At that point, we can incorporate you too, because my biggest goal for this is to give away as much as we possibly can to people who need it.
Yeah.
It is. It's been a hard year for people. People are in bad situations right now. The government was shut down, finally opened it up. People are finally starting to get paid, but at that point, they might have lost some money in the interim. So, if you're in that situation, you had a bad year or just in bad general, we got you. All right. So stay tuned to social media and then
That's pretty much it. Like John said, stay tuned to social media. Hit the bell on YouTube so you're notified of videos like this. Check us out on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and also check out the podcast. We do this every week at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. So tune in next week. And I'll get to my topic next week about the guy with the biggest arms in the world. So stay tuned. You'll hear about the guy with the biggest arms in the world, and he's kind of like hidden talent. So definitely want to tune in next week.
This guy.
Oh, there he is. It's a sneak peek right there. That's a sneak peek.
There's a little teaser. You guys got to tune in next week.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good
All
week.
right, guys. Later. Yeah, another one.
That was good.